So what causes painful periods? Why do we hurt? Why are we being punished? Okay, so women that have primary dysmenorrhea have abnormal contractions of their uterus. So during your cycle, remember, you got the estrogen, then you ovulate, then you got the progesterone. And then at the end of that, what's happening is you are shedding the lining of your uterus because progesterone has, increased the uterus lining so much in case you got pregnant, but you didn't get pregnant. And so it's shedding that lining. And how it sheds that lining is we have muscles all over our pelvic floor muscles. There are so many of them. Some of them are circular in nature. Some of them are striated up and down, longitudinally. Like we have all these different orientations of muscles, and they all squeeze and press down on the uterus to expel that lining. That's why it feels like cramps, because your muscles are literally cramping up. Okay, that is also what helps push a baby out. It's also those same muscles that are doing that to a higher degree when you're pregnant. But women who have painful periods, they have an overactivation of their muscles, and prostaglandins are the main reason why. So prostaglandins are a chemical that contracts the uterus. So we have prostaglandins everywhere, and they're not necessarily a bad thing. Like, we need them to survive and be healthy. But when we have too much production of prostaglandins, it causes too much of a constriction, and that really is painful for us when we have our period. So prostaglandins do so much. They do so much, like blood clotting, or, if you have a fever, you have a lot of prostaglandins. They're a very inflammatory process. But inflammation is not bad if it's acute, okay? Chronic inflammation, though, can be very painful. And that's why people that have recurrent painful periods over and over and over, they're kind of in this chronic inflammatory state. And we're going to talk about ways that we can decrease that for them. So if the contraction of the uterus is too strong because you have too much prostaglandins, you're too inflammatory, then it can press against nearby blood vessels, which cuts off the supply of the oxygen to the muscles, and then that causes a lot of pain when the muscles don't get oxygen. So a study in 1957 concluded that women who suffer from painful periods have 8 to 13 times more prostaglandins in their blood. So what causes painful periods? Too much prostaglandins is the short answer to that.